Hello again and welcome to Ndudu by Fafa. Thank you again for joining me for another episode. Now, if you've watched my previous video about the amazing Black Venus rice, you know that I mentioned that I was going to show you how to sear your scallops, that Michelin star winner. You know what I mean? Impress your guests with this recipe. It's to die for. It's easy to follow, and trust me, you're all going to do it over and over and over again. Now, of course, before I start, if you haven't clicked the subscribe button, I don't know what you're waiting for, please do so, and the notification button, which means that each time I do upload a video, you are notified of it and you do not miss a thing. So anyway, let's start. So I got this wild Atlantic scallops from Marks and Spencer's, and it did retail for about £7.40. It is a little bit on the pricey side. However, it's a nice treat for yourself. And of course, it works perfectly for your lunch or dinner party. Just impress your guest. Why not? Now, I have taken these scallops out of the fridge and I've transferred it into a bowl, as you can see here. Now, I'm going to bring it up to room temperature, which means it might take me about 15 to 20 minutes to do so. The reason is I want to maintain an even temperature, and when I sear it, it cooks perfectly. So each scallop just cooks well. Now, secondly, if it does happen that you've got a lot more moisture in your scallop, just use your kitchen paper towel to tap it or to blot it dry, because these are the elements. A, you need it to be at the right temperature, and secondly, you need to make sure that it's dry so that when you sear it, it becomes jet. Now, to my frying pan, I've added some olive oil, not extra virgin olive oil, just your normal olive oil. And I'm going to heat this up and bring it up to the point that it's smoky. Now, I'll be cooking this on a very high heat. One of the few occasions that I will encourage one to cook on a very high heat. Usually I'm always on about a medium to low heat, but this one day you need a high. And of course, add your salt to taste right now. Yes, because by this point, your oil should be smoky. You know what I mean? So you can imagine the flavors that we're going for here. So in summary, room temperature, you bring it up to room temperature, you make sure it's dry, you add your salt, your oil is hot. Now, what I'm going to do is add my individual scallop pieces here. By the time I finish adding all the scallops to my frying pan, which should, be about a minute, guess what? It's time for me to turn it over. So I'm searing it, and it means that I'm going to have that beautiful crust. You see, that crust is exactly what I'm looking for. Now, you don't want to overcook your scallop. If you do overcook it, it becomes rubbery and it's just not nice. You lose that whole flavor. So that whole point of you going through this whole hassle is to make sure you cook it perfectly. So it's 9 minutes. I'm turning it over and you can just see that beautiful crust. Now, by the time I finish turning this, which will be another 30 seconds, guess what? I'm going to be adding my butter. So yet again, this is on a high heat, and that butter is going to give it that beurre noisette. So that's sort of like burnt butter taste, and it's just incredible, and it works as a sauce as well. Now look at the butter, it's just going to do its magic. Absolutely. Now I'm just going to rest my voice, and then you can feast your eyes and just watch how this just pans out beautifully right in front of your eyes. This is only taking about that 30-second mark, and then I've added a sprig of fresh thyme in there just to infuse it that little bit, and I think this is done. So heat off, transferring it into a bowl, because you don't want to keep it in your frying pan because there's a residual heat there that will cook it further. And I think, yeah, that looks yummy. But no, don't just wash your frying pan. No, at this point, I'm just going to be adding some of my Black Venus rice to it, so that's going to absorb any extra flavor that's in that frying pan. So you've got that nuttiness coming from the Black Venus rice, which is just incredible. Seriously, it is a recipe that you have to try. Impress your guest. You know what I mean? And when they just say it's just that Ndudu twist. Exactly. my husky voice and the whole hay fever thing is not going to stop me from bringing you guys this amazing recipe. Now, I got this French marjoram from my local garden center known as Squires. And I tend to do that because it is cost effective in the long run when you plant your own herbs. So as and when a recipe requires it to use it, and it's so scented and absolutely incredible. So I'm just adding just a few of the leaves to this just to finish it off for that je ne sais quoi. And it's just nice to have that speck of green color in there. You know what I mean? Yes, it's not any other food. Oh, this is Ndudu by Fafa. Now we're going Michelin star now, so they okay, mini. Let's do some ketchup whilst we plate up. We're going for a free-fall, rustic kind of look. Look like I'm not trying, but I am really trying. It's strategic, but it just looks like, nah. It just naturally arrived like this. You know what I mean? Now, this is not any other food. This is that Michelin star Ndudu by first dish now today. The number day on Tola Fimo Majibana tasting to dear. Came on me ake, Nini Denchino Tajame, Utawe Kunuyi, Una, Yata Umo Kunu Kefi, Alumimali, and with a conical pemuni be. So when you be crying, I hair, Copewa normal jasmine rice be nay, now wait, dear, we de so sakebi. It's one of those dishes that I would say that you have to try. Come what may, rain or shine, you have to try this. Equally, I am so grateful for you guys and thank you very much for your patience. And yes, I am bringing you some incredible recipes and yes, a little bit out there, you know what I mean? But yeah, if you don't push to the next level, then what happens? I told you 2019 is Kache, exploring unusual ingredients and exploring new flavors. Why not? Now, naturally, I'd leave the list of ingredients and measurements on my blog in ndudubyfafa.blogspot.com, so do check it out. I'm also on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat as Ndudu by Fafa, so do pass by and say hi. Until next time, take care of you. Be nice, be beautiful. Hey, don't forget to click the subscribe button if you haven't done so yet. And my notification gang. I love you for you. You know what I mean? I love you. Thank you.